war gas. It's mustard gas, or HS, in the tank these soldiers are attaching to the wing of a plane. And it's going to be used to contaminate armored vehicles in the field. In addition to contamination by plane, which releases its dangerous spray only 50 feet above the armored vehicle, contamination is accomplished by mustard landmines, carefully fused and fired by Primacord. And for special tests, specific parts are sprayed with liquid mustard. But the only reason these armored vehicles have been contaminated is so that chemical warfare and armored force experts may decontaminate them and study the methods and agents used for decontamination to obtain data for a manual on this subject. They want a standardized decontaminating procedure for armored vehicles. Vitally important work. At various points, innumerable tests are made and recorded. Effects on rabbits by half-hour periods. Orange detector crayon, which makes a blue mark on mustard-covered surfaces. The syringe test, in which air is drawn through a small glass tube containing a special chemical compound, which, when heated, turns blue if mustard is present. Sealed vacuum bottles, which, when the seal is broken, suck in a given quantity of air, which is then tested for mustard vapor. Thoroughly contaminated in the field, the tank is ready for first echelon decontamination, the first step. One of the crew sprays a small pathway out of the tank using a 1.5 quart decontaminating apparatus filled with DANC, a non-corrosive decontaminating agent. Driving the tank over the terrain comes next, to see how much the air will aid in further decontamination, to determine how long before gas masks may be safely removed. And then, after 2 hours, second echelon decontamination, more complete, more thorough. The same decontaminating agent, DANC, but this time they're using the 3-gallon decontaminating apparatus. Field mechanics can be seriously burned when tracks and bogie wheels are not effectively decontaminated. To make sure that these parts are thoroughly covered with mustard, they are sprayed locally, and then the decontamination tests are begun. Through several miles of mud goes the tank, and at frequent intervals it is stopped, and mud samples are taken, so that the effectiveness of the mud in removing mustard from tracks and bogie wheels can be tested and recorded. Then, chlorinated lime is sprinkled into the mud to test its effectiveness in destroying traces of mustard. A combination of water and sand is tested as a means of removing mustard. And then, sand alone. Third echelon and complete decontamination. After removing as much mud as possible, various decontamination methods are used. Here's a steam jenny spraying hot steam all over the vehicle. And here is a 400-gallon decontaminating apparatus, from which water, or DANC, is forced at a pressure of 750 pounds per square inch. Painstakingly gathered, carefully recorded, the results of these tests may play a vital part in preventing serious casualties to crews of the armored vehicles of our army.